Most other banks will offer you a cash contribution if you take out a home loan with them. But what are the terms and conditions, and how much will it cost you to break a fixed rate loan? Well, stay tuned and let's find out. There is a lot of competition in New Zealand between the banks. The biggest way that can get your business is by having a low fixed rate or having a big cash contribution. There are other ways and means they can do this by having different kinds of products. So some banks offer savings accounts and transactional accounts, which other banks don't, or some are much better at business banking, and some only even deal just in home loans. But the biggest way they're going to win your business is by having a low fixed rate for your home loan or by having a large cash contribution. This could come at a cost though, so let's find out what those are. Now, most of the banks are offering great fixed rates at the moment. If your bank is not the market leader with the fixed rates, then ask them to match the market leader, and I'm sure they will do that for you. One area where they're not advertising is cash contributions. Now, cash contribution could be anything from $1,000 to almost $5,000, and it could even be higher depending on how much you're bringing over to that bank, and also again the size of the loan. So if you're willing to shift your transactional banking, your savings, your insurances, your credit cards, everything to the one bank, that contribution might be larger. Now those are there to help you with legal costs, and sometimes you could get a little bit extra which you can use for something else as well. If you decide to repay that loan within 2 to 3 years, the bank will ask you to repay that cost, and they're in the rights to do that as well. If you're selling your home, which is a legitimate reason for repaying that loan, but you're buying a house and using the same bank, they might waive that cost for you. Just be sure to have the conversation with your bank and make sure when you sign the legal document that you know exactly how long you need to stay with that bank before they'll ask you to repay back that contribution. The other cost you might incur when repaying your loan is an early repayment loan if you break a fixed rate contract. Now, if your home loan is on a floating rate, then obviously there's no problem, so no issues, you can repay that at any time. But if you're committed to a fixed term contract, then repaying that early or breaking that contract will result in an early repayment fee. Now that varies greatly from bank to bank, and as a mere mortal, it's almost impossible to calculate that. It changes every day as well, so you'll need to ask your bank for an early repayment fee every day or on the day that you want to settle. Now, in essence, they basically use the term that you fixed your rate at, say it's 2 years. They'll look at the interest rate that you fixed your contract at and compare that to the rate it is today and look at the difference. They'll also then look at how long you have remaining on that term, and they work out the interest cost it would have cost them over that term. Now, by law, the banks are not allowed to make a profit from a break cost, but they are allowed to recoup their costs. So again, just be sure to talk to your bank before you decide to break your home loan. It might actually be quite a bit, thousands of dollars, and it might be worth just saying to the bank, look, we'll stay here for a little bit longer, or just wait out the period until that fixed rate comes off. After that, you can restructure or repay your loan at any time. As always, my advice would be talk to your mortgage advisor. They'll be able to negotiate a better loan with the bank. They can probably get you a bigger contribution, a better fixed rate, and they'll also tell you which banks have which costs associated with them. If you cannot find a great mortgage advisor, come back to me and I can direct you in the right direction. So that's it from me for this video. If you found value in this, please click subscribe and also the bell button so that you don't miss out on any other future videos. So until you see me next time, see you later.